I was gonna say this would be the one day that Google Hangout
decides that it doesn't want to. Of course.
Well, welcome to Let's Have a Fefe. This is episode 3. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? Episode 3 already. I feel like we just started. Anyway, so
we did just start. We're only on the third episode.
I mean, like, I feel like it was episode 1, like yesterday.
No,
I haven't slept. In real life. So today we have Miss Tamira Hamilton.
Hello.
Yay!
Hey.
She'll be with us as we do our thing, and hopefully she'll hang on and we don't scare her too bad.
No.
I'm not even
hard to scare me.
What?
Wow.
It's kind of hard to scare me.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you've seen the show, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like you're going in blind.
No, she's better than some of our guests.
Some of our guests that are like, oh, yeah, I suppose I should probably watch an episode.
Anyway, so tonight is brought to you by Wigs of a Kind. This is a Wigs of a Kind original. I don't know if I'm wearing it right, though. But when I wore it the first time, it was like sitting in my face, and I could not handle it at all. So today I sprayed it and pinned it. You can probably see the pin now, but I needed it out of my face. And we are also supported by Gabe King Photography, who has released some good pictures of Freddy so far. I'm a little jealous, though I do know the reason why I haven't got my pictures yet, because it's hard to edit me. But check out Gabe King Photography on Facebook and online.
I actually asked him for a couple extra ones because the business card thing. So I wanted to have a couple options because, you know,
you go on places.
Well, I'm going a place. Yes, you're right. I am going a place. Yeah.
So today, Tamira is going to be talking about winter skincare, and we'll get to that toward the end. And she'll be joining along with us. Good luck.
Yeah.
Just kidding. How was your weekend? Let's start with Tamira.
My weekend was good. It always seems to be a blur.
See, I'm not the only one.
It goes so fast, and it was Halloween weekend, so that means I pretty much hibernated because I didn't want to deal with all the craziness. But I did go out on Saturday, and I went and saw a comedy show. You might have seen some of his videos on social media. A comedian by the name of Ryan Davis. And the whole thing was funnier in person, and he was very funny. It was nice to get out and hang out with girlfriends. And Friday was the release of season 2 of Stranger Things. So that's what I did. Is I just
Felicia hasn't even seen the first season. So
say that again.
Felicia hasn't even seen the first season.
Oh my God, you've got to catch up.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do that when I get up at 1:30 in the morning.
There, see, it's productive. Unless you're going to work on my business cards, in which case, then by all means. But, you know.
Anyway, so that was a good weekend.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well,
it's not that. Don't look at that. I didn't know.
Thanks.
I didn't know what you did this weekend.
What did I do?
You took. I wish I should have put the monitor up because I wanted to show your family picture.
Oh, right. I was like, wait, what? Okay,
At first I thought it was a joke because I'm scrolling. The fuck?
Oh, I meant to bring you one too. I have a wallet-sized one for you. I absolutely have a wallet-sized one.
Tell them.
So on Friday, this is something that we were talking about doing. We actually, myself, my fiance, her daughter, went to Walmart Portrait Studio.
Keep in mind that
Walmart.
Your fiance is a professional photographer.
Correct. She is a professional photographer. And when I say she's a professional photographer, I don't mean like she's somebody with a camera that occasionally shoots things. Like her major was in fine art. She teaches photography. Like this is what she does. Okay. She is a legitimate professional photographer. So we went down to
the backstory.
Right. So we went down to Walmart portrait studio.
So was this premeditated?
Yes, it's something we've been talking about for a little bit. And we wanted to be like, we wanted it to be like serious, but kind of poking fun at like the glamour shots of like the 70s and 80s where you're like,
yeah, I sure pulled that off.
What the hell? And we walk in there and I've got a sweater vest on, I have a blue turtleneck, and I have
What was the first reaction when you walked in there?
Well, I wasn't wearing that originally because I was really fucking hot, so.
Well, besides that, when you walked in there.
We went in and, you know, they were like,
so you guys weren't dressed to kill when you walked in there?
She was. Okay. And we crimped her daughter's hair.
Yes, I saw that. I was like,
crimped it. Okay. And we walk in and they're like, okay, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then the photographer, I use the term loosely, comes out. And we're like, so this is what we want. And she's like,
no.
Okay. Like, it took her a minute to try and...
Did she look like she just graduated high school like 2 weeks ago?
Pretty much.
Oh.
So, my...
Hi, Dee. Hi, Eddie. Hi,
Victoria, Susan. So... we tried to explain to her what we want. And the first post she tries to put this in was not, it wasn't what we wanted. It was like, okay, this is
it wasn't weird enough.
This is too modern. Oh. So my fiance is like, look, this is what we want. Picture this, you know, you've got like the weird background. You've got people staring off into some random spot over here, all serious. And so we,
Eddie Omega, I think I have one of those pictures.
Yeah, so we got a bunch of pictures, and we were just originally just kind of gonna pick like maybe one or two and then go with that. Yeah, these were too fucking good. We couldn't not
you
get
only
like
picked one.
We were only going to, but then there were like,
oh, there's more than one post than you posted.
Yeah.
Oh,
I said I was gonna bring you a wallet size because I can bring you an 8x10 too if you like. You can put it up at your desk at work.
What?
I want to see the picture.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll see if I can find some. So, yeah, this was.
It's the most hilarious.
Kind of brilliant.
It sounds like it.
Like legitimately some of the most brilliant things.
Because like I was scrolling.
I can't even.
And if you've ever seen my timeline, it's mostly like half naked men. Makeup tips.
This is what's going on our Christmas card.
Oh God. Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
That's what's going on our Christmas card.
Oh my God.
This is one that we had to.
No, you didn't.
The awful, like, it was a weird, like, carnival background that, like.
Look how serious she is.
I know, it's amazing.
She's not even that serious.
Brilliant.
I love it.
This one is epic for so many reasons because the sign that's behind my head is supposed to say balloon race.
Oh.
It does not say my head.
Oh my God.
I know. And then this one was just like whatever. But this one's epic because you can see my turtleneck, you can see my jacket and my khakis. And the crimped hair and the whole 9 yards and like, yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So cheesy ass. Oh my God. Just awful.
I think you guys should release a photo book for Christmas.
Seriously. We actually got cards printed with the one. We have Christmas cards. And what's really funny is I can't remember if it says full of Christmas cheer or wishing you Christmas cheer. Something super cheesy. Oh no, I think it's the most wonderful time of the year. And it's when we're all just like, it's brilliant. It's absolutely amazing.
Wow.
It is the best thing ever.
I want to get added to the Christmas card list because those pictures.
It was
Can
like.
I request a photo book?
You want a photo book? Okay. All right. I will get you we'll figure that out. Yeah. When she finally got the hang of what we wanted, the photographer like, oh my God, she's like, oh my God, this is so much fun. It's like nobody ever asked for this shit. We're like, we want the cheesiest backgrounds. You
probably made her day. She only makes $10 an hour.
Right?
You just made her day.
We're like, this is, and my fiance just has like that style anyway. Like she's very sort of vintagey without like, without it being pretentious, if that makes sense. Like,
yeah,
she has a lot of like, she's got the
old school vibe.
And what's amazing is the glasses that she's wearing are like the big 80s style glasses. Like those are her glasses. Like those are actually her glasses.
The way you said that. And those are her glasses.
Like they're, you know,
No, they are.
It's like they're be like, oh, you know, was
it's
it a
to her.
prop?
It's not like
was it
weird.
Right, and it works.
Not like people wear them and you're like,
right. Yeah, like it. Yeah, and when we were done, and we were wandering
did you
around,
have a crowd around you?
No, thank God. But we were wandering around Walmart because he had to wait for the pictures to get developed and whatever that shit. So we were getting.
I mean, they don't take 2 weeks.
We were getting.
I'm like, why are you still showing the picture?
Oh, we're lagging.
Yeah.
Wow, we've got a crazy lag. So we were wandering around Walmart getting frames and stuff. We were waiting for the pictures to be done. And this one of the employees comes around a corner while we're walking down an aisle, and she stops and she gasps. And she's looking straight at Shelly.
She had seen the picture?
No, she stopped and she looked at Shelly and she goes, "Oh my God, you are so beautiful."
Whoa.
And that happens constantly. We'll be walking around somewhere. We walked in.
She is very good looking.
We were downtown and we walked into a hair salon where her stylist works. We were gonna go say hi, and we walk in and the woman at the front desk goes, "Oh wow, you're beautiful." I'm like,
photographer that turns into a model.
Whatever. I'm just chopped fucking liver. That's fine.
It's not about you.
Whatever. Oh, Nick, y'all. Ryan, y'all just need to get fucking internet already.
Ryan,
this like thing is, you know.
Are you using these hotspots because you can't hack into my internet?
Oh, is that what it is? Is that what it is? Ryan was hacking. Ryan was the hacker. That's the problem now. You changed your shit. Ryan can't hack in.
Yep. So sorry. I had to change it to something cryptic and.
Yeah,
weird.
I'm really annoyed. Like my phone doesn't connect anymore. I was like, what the hell is wrong with Felicia's thing?
No, we had to change it.
So annoying.
And then
D wants one. D wants one.
These might be a sellout.
They might be. We only got a few because
you might have to do a fundraiser.
I probably should. Yes.
Speaking of fundraisers,
that, ladies and gentlemen, is called a segue.
I am raising money for Movember Foundation, but this is only day 2?
Day 1. Today is the 1st.
So if
Jesus, today's the 1st.
I know. If you could see this, I'm wearing makeup on top of stubble. So gross. Anyway,
she actually normally do shit like that.
I don't. It feels gross. So I will be growing a beard and everywhere else. Though I don't usually shave my arms that well, so they may be full by next week. This one is a pet.
You.
This one, my arm likes to grow on this side.
So
very weird.
Strange.
So I always shave this first when I'm in the shower.
I told Felicia that she needed to auction off her body parts.
I'm working on that part.
What
so you'll see the thermometer of me. I already have $5 from Brandon.
Thank you,
McGill.
Brandon.
So I got a toe. So I'll shave my big toe. And
I still think she should auction off and let somebody else shave her. So if someone donates $30 or something, they get to shave one leg. I think that would be a seller right there.
I'd be down.
See?
And she's gonna be here in a couple weeks. Don't say stuff like that.
I'm just saying. Auction off a body part, you give her this much money and you get to shave one leg, give her another, and then you get to shave another leg.
Look, Mom, I'm selling my body.
Save the head and the face for last so that, whenever, whoever has the highest bid at the end of the month gets to, make her completely naked from the neck up.
No, not my hair.
So is it that you don't shave the entire
Ryan,
month?
trust me, I am very much aware of the fact that Ruby Ghoulies is going out of I was just there tonight and got a whole bunch of shit.
You're welcome.
Trust me, I'm on it.
I'll probably wear it in a couple weeks.
I had to get some stuff for Austin. And a few other things.
You'll probably still wear it.
Probably. I have a couple things I should probably wear on
the
show.
So, quickly, my weekend, we did Truth or Dare, and I was Dorothy, who was naked, who got stuck in Oz. You're welcome.
Oh, for bingo.
Yes, for bingo.
And then I didn't even finish. I only got as far as Friday. I didn't even get past Friday.
And then we did cat bingo on Friday, which was great. I was dressed as a demon. And then you had, what was yours?
I was a wounded vet.
It's not as you proclaim. You have to go look on our Facebook.
I was a wounded vet. Oh, that's what I did Friday. Saturday. When was it? Saturday.
Saturday was
Sunday.
pictures,
Sunday
right?
was what? No, Monday. When the fuck did we do pictures? Monday. No. Sunday.
I'll let you figure that out.
Must have been Sunday.
So Saturday morning, I almost overslept too. I did the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer walk in Tempe. Love the pink. Stunning pink. And I did it in honor of my mother, who I'm still trying to figure out if she is okay with me doing it in her honor.
she never got a clear answer on that?
No, she usually calls me on Wednesdays. So
well, maybe she's figured out that you're busy on Wednesdays.
She should know. Anyway, and then I got my nails done. At the walk, I saw Michelle. And then I walked down to Tempe Marketplace. It's kind of long. I thought it was closer. Anyway, got my steps in. And then my watch was like, you've hit like 300% of your goal. I was like, oh.
So to reward herself, she went to go get her janky ass nails.
Oh, I needed to.
God.
2 of them had popped off. And I was holding one on with duct tape. If you didn't notice in the last episode, I had one nail that was held on by duct tape. That was not a black band-aid. You can. Wow. That was duct tape. And then performed. This is all on Saturday. No wonder I'm exhausted.
Right, I was like, I'm so like, I don't know what that.
And then performed at Vault for Vault Vixens. That was good.
Oh, my Saturday was spent at the Cash. I was hosting like the costume contest and stuff.
Oh, I would have been hosting. Oh.
That was interesting. Although I have to say, I was thoroughly surprised. I didn't see a single Pennywise costume, and I didn't see a single Joker and fucking Harley Quinn.
We didn't have one either.
I'm like, I am so over
other stuff.
So over it.
Somebody
Find
came
something
as a Black
original.
Swan.
We had one chick come in and she was a shooting star, so she was like in a silver dress with like stuff, and she had a little pistol.
Oh, that's cute.
The winner of the ultimate costume were 2 folks that came in dressed as Anger and Sadness.
Oh,
Like Anger had a whole big like foam head, and
no way.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And Sadness was like all blue, but it was like a perfect blue, and everything was like, she had the little blue ball.
They were at BS West, the Pennywises and the.
So God, find something.
No, I did
original.
see. Somebody did. Okay, picture this, and I'll send you the picture later, or maybe I can find it on my phone. So picture a vagina, and then picture Pennywise in the middle. What do you call that?
I think I've seen this.
I don't know.
Did I send it to you?
You might have. I'm trying to think now. I don't know. But I'm having trouble. Yes, I'm having trouble picturing a vagina. That's my.
So I did track him down.
I was sitting here and I just couldn't come up with it. And then when you show it, it's like, oh, duh.
Right.
It makes perfect sense.
Yes. Yeah. I love it. And he lives in the UK, and the post of him doing his costume, that picture, has been shared over 3,000 times.
That's funny.
So on his Facebook, he said something about that he did not expect to get overnight fame. And I said, well, you're welcome. You're welcome, because there's sick fucks out there that like to share shit like you're welcome.
I mean, people share that, but you know, we can't.
But they won't share my fundraiser.
Right?
Freddie did.
I did, damn it.
Brandon did.
Brandon did. Brandon donated even.
Maybe Dolores will donate to me.
I will have to find it. I don't think I knew about it.
It's on my Facebook page. I posted it at 1:30 this morning.
Oh, Jesus.
Say that again?
I posted it at 1:30 this morning. Maybe it was more of 12:30.
I was actually up, but today has been super crazy.
I was sort of up. I was laying flat on my back, not happy. I threw my back out on Monday, which...
So it would have been before you took the picture. So it would have been Sunday?
It would have been Sunday. Sunday, yeah, because we had to get home because Pippi went to bed late.
And Sunday.
School night.
And Sunday, I went to my first powwow. It was very interesting, and my neck hurts because I kept looking at what do I do? What do I do?
Yeah.
They are some good looking ones.
Yeah.
And the one that was sitting next to us.
Oh, Jesus, Felicia.
I was gonna have my own little powwow.
Oh, Christ.
Anyway.
I did work overnight on Monday, which
nobody
was
wants to hear about your
shitty,
work.
but that was...
We all work.
Sucked because I threw out my bag.
I
leave for Austin in exactly a week, so I won't be here next week. Sophia Sinclair will be filling in, thank God, because we all know Felicia can't do this by herself.
I can do it by myself.
So I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to bring and all this stuff I have to figure out how to pack. I bought a handheld luggage. It's a, what do you call it? Scale, so that I can make sure that I'm under the 50 pounds. Because, yeah.
I do the same thing.
You do?
Yeah, except
I have to weigh my bag.
Well, right, because I've got big costumes and big shoulder pieces and shit, and I'm like,
have you started to weigh it?
I know how much the suitcase itself weighs. So there's that.
I just don't want you to be disappointed when you put it all in there.
You
should start weighing the pieces.
I have. I've weighed the biggest pieces, and I know how much they weigh, so I know how much wiggle room I have. My carry-on is gonna have like my clothes, which will be like a pair of jeans, a couple of shirts.
Make sure you pack underwear.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. So, and then a tip that I got from someone that does a lot of traveling to these things is to use your personal item for your makeup. So you get like almost like a laptop style bag kind of thing, and put all your makeup like in baggies and whatever, and put it in there. So that way it's on your person. You don't have to worry about it in your bag. You don't have to worry about losing it. You don't have to worry about whatever. And I don't really like, my carry-on is my little suitcase that'll go in the overhead or whatever it is. This will be able to fit under my seat, and all I need in it is like my charger and my Kindle. The rest of it is makeup. Yeah, so I'll be doing that. So
makeup in a small carry.
I have to be a little bit selective. That's why I'm gonna have to like basically go through everything.
I'm the person that takes everything.
I'm actually taking a lot, but
like when we go to pageants and stuff, Asti, I like to buy new stuff too. So I like.
Yeah, there's that too. But so, yeah,
I buy new stuff.
Yeah, so we shall.
But sometimes I buy the new stuff and leave the new stuff here just in case the old stuff gets lost. Then I don't feel so bad because, oh, it was down at the bottom. Oh, look at there. I came home and there's a new one. Did you find anybody to give you just the tip?
Well, I don't know if anybody was paying any attention because nobody fucking pays any attention to me.
Well, you posted it like 30 minutes before we're going to go on.
Okay, but nobody ever pays attention to anything that posted earlier. So I'm gonna open it up to our audience. My just the tip this evening. I was actually going to open it up to you guys and see if you had any burning questions that you've been wanting to ask.
Burning? I hope not burning.
Well, anything that any questions you might have, anything that you're curious about, etc., etc. I'm gonna open it up, and
I gave you one, but you're gonna have to research it a little bit.
Actually, I did ask about that, and so Felicia had a question about the terms alpha and beta, because we've talked about in the past. We've talked about subs and doms. We've talked about daddies. We've talked about boys. We've talked about pups and handlers. We've talked about all these different things, and the one thing that I wasn't super familiar with are alphas and betas. So I actually reached out to somebody who knows this stuff.
Oh, him?
Oh. And I was like,
been involved in this.
I was like, hey, I have a question for you. I said, and I prefaced it with, I am familiar with a lot of other things.
I was asking?
Yes.
No, you didn't. You lie.
You want to make a bet?
No. It'll make me blush.
So let me see. All right, so what I asked was, what do the terms alpha and beta mean in the context of a BDSM kink sort of leather community context? And you know, how do they differ from the other terms that indicate relationship type thing?
Bye, Ryan.
What they
He's gonna go watch the World Series.
Thanks.
Thanks
Whatever.
for the support. Thanks for the view.
He said that typically when I've seen it used, it's as a hierarchy of subs or pups, usually within a family or pack. And he said, for an example, neither of us identify as Sir or Dom, but you listen to me, so I'm your alpha. So it's like, it's not necessarily like, so if you're looking at like if you're in like either a BDSM family or a kink family or a leather family or something along those lines, and you know, you are in a group of, I would say probably something along the lines of your peers. So say you're with a bunch of other subs or pups or something. So you're not looking at someone that is like not a daddy, not a dom, nothing like that. So it's going to be someone that's going to be in your, or unless
equal.
Correct, in terms of that sort of hierarchy type of thing. But say that person has either been in the family longer or, you know, something along those lines. So in that case, that person would be the alpha. So just like a wolf pack, you've got the alpha wolf, and you know, so it's that.
I wasn't sure if it was
thing.
still the same thing like that, but
that's what I kind of thought it was, but I wasn't entirely sure, which is why I asked, because it's not a
because there's a lot of terms that go along.
Right, there's a lot of different terms that you find in like the kink and BDSM,
but they're used with those two terms, like the alpha and the beta.
So that's why I wasn't entirely sure, and I wanted to make sure before I gave you the correct information. So there you go. So let's see if anybody else has any questions.
Does Tamira have questions?
Does Tamira?
Do I have any questions? I didn't come prepared. I didn't even think about having any.
She's seen the show.
Any questions?
Think on the fly. Think on the fly. Quick, ask me anything.
I will say, Freddy, I'm surprised to see you in lipstick.
What?
You're surprised to see me in lipstick?
Yeah.
Did she not pay attention?
Maybe she thought you're.
Don't be mad. I thought the makeup was all Felicia's thing. I didn't, you know, I just didn't expect to see you.
Oh, girl.
In lipstick.
Please hold.
Don't be disappointed. He's fine. He's fine.
I'm not.
Please
I'm
hold.
not.
Please hold.
You know, because if you're in the lipstick, honey, I will hook you up.
Sometimes he wears more than I do.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Cool.
Hang on, let's see.
Aren't y'all friends on Facebook?
The alpha beta thing makes sense to me. Now, I didn't realize
this was bingo not too long ago.
I like it.
That was a couple of weeks. Let's see what else I got.
Is that blue lipstick?
Yeah.
This was me hosting the Raw event a couple weeks ago as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I wear makeup. It happens. It's like there's a couple pictures here. I not only am I wearing makeup, I've got eyelashes.
Whoa, okay now.
You're still now on yourself.
Which I am still learning to put on myself. Because
are you wearing those in Austin?
I think we're all still learning to put eyelashes on. Eyelashes, you have good days, and some days it's just.
But I just stick them. I just stick them.
I have a funny story.
This is what you get.
I have a funny story. So I'm getting ready.
Sometimes you look like you had a stroke.
I'm getting ready for the thing at the Cash on Saturday, right? And I'm all in the, whatever. I know what I'm gonna do. So I have a pair of black contacts, not the scleras, but they're just black contacts, right? I am really bad at putting on contact lenses. I'm awful at putting on contact lenses.
Start an hour before you need it.
Like that's what I tried to do. Okay. So what had happened was,
oh god.
Like, okay, so here's my thing. I see something coming towards my eye, then my instinct is to close the eye. Right, that's what I tried to do. So I managed to get the contact in my eye. And then I swear to God, I had a panic attack because the stupid thing ended up like back here and tried to go behind my eyeball.
No, it just
I was afraid. No. Like I had to lift it up and try and dig it out because I couldn't find this fucking thing. I'm like, oh my God, I'm never putting contacts in again. The fucking thing, I had to like go fishing. I had to like
I've never had that experience.
move my eyelid and like put my eyelid over my head so they could find the thing in there. I'm like, nope.
I've never had that experience. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
No,
I'm so sorry.
that traumatized me. I'm like, can you imagine me having to go to the ER for that shit? I'd be like, excuse me, my contact is like in my brain. If you could please get it out, that would be great. Thanks. Fuck.
Were you alone when this happened?
So I did just
yes,
think
of course I was alone.
What'd you say?
I did just think of a question.
Oh,
so good. Freddie, do you notice any changes in your skin, any differences in your skin now compared to previously, or how is it different for you?
Well, when you say now versus previously, you may have to be a little more specific.
What she means. She's trying
I'm assuming you're either transitioning or you have transitioned, or am I wrong?
It's an ongoing process. It's going to be it's an ongoing process for the rest of my life.
Okay.
Yes, actually.
Rougher or smoother? Or smoother in some areas, rougher in others.
It's not even that. Like, my skin has always been very smooth and very soft.
Mm-hmm.
That's not something that that
luscious.
changed a lot. I do have breakouts more, which is a pain in the ass. And I would think that it would be done by now, but apparently my skin is trying to make up for lost time because whatever. And it's not always on my face. Like, I end up with body acne more than I ever have, even as a teenager. And my face tends to be more oily than usual. But
do they attribute that to hormones or anything?
Yeah, it's usually it's because of the testosterone is basically what it is. And it's like but it's weird. It's like my face is more oily. So if I do something to make it not so oily, then I end up just dry and gross. So I like trying to find a happy medium is tricky. Like, I've always had combination skin, so it was, that's something I've always dealt with. But
the red lips are cute.
Oh, thank you, Victoria. But yeah, this whole like trying to find a happy medium is a pain in my ass. Yeah. Why am I still shiny?
Whoa. I feel like Fefe's giving me the stank face. She's giving somebody the stank face.
Who?
I don't know. You're like.
That's because I can't see.
That's just what she.
I was just about to. I just came to that conclusion.
That's just her face. That is just her face.
That's me trying to read the show sheet and I cannot see it. So quickly, we'll go over the offbeat, assuming nobody has any more questions.
No, everybody sucks.
Crickets.
Whatever.
Anyway,
Victoria. The vest is actually from Wigs of a Kind.
Yes. Oh, I love how. Don't get me caught up in it.
Oh, Christ.
Look it up in the news. These are real news headlines, like New York Times news headlines. So this week I did not do like the silly ones, like BuzzFeed headlines. Woman leaves 6-year-old in a cab while robbing a bank. I left that off. But while robbing a bank. She'll be releasing a book later this fall on how you can learn her smart parenting tips. Wouldn't you like that for your little one? Huh?
Well, yeah, because you understand.
Instead of taking pictures at Walmart, you could just rob the Walmart, leave her in the car.
She probably didn't have a babysitter, so you got to do something with them. And you don't want to just leave them with anybody. So, a cabbie, at least, you can pay attention. Like, they've got all their information.
Well, the meter's running.
Right.
She can pay them later. Because she's going to a bank.
She's going
to be paid.
So, yeah.
She's going to be loaded.
Seems totally legit.
I forget where that was, but I don't think it was Florida. Florida got a little break this week.
Oh, well, that's good.
Speaking of parenting, moms, not the same mom, this mom, wow. She drove her minivan with her son inside a plastic pool tied to the top of her minivan.
He probably
Allegedly.
he just needed some fresh air.
And it's a real article.
What the fuck did she drive it into?
Huh?
What did she drive it into?
No, she was just driving the van with her kid in the pool on the top.
Okay.
Maybe he wanted to go swimming.
Yeah.
It was a traveling pool, you say? They didn't have one in the community, so she became the community pool.
Perfect. I don't see the problem.
Maybe next time inside the van.
If there's not enough room, it won't work.
The seats come out.
If there's still not enough room. Plus, then you get the carpet wet and shit. Put it on the top.
So that's all for my offbeat. I would talk about the current events, but they make me mad and they make me a little sick and they make me a little.
Nah.
They make me feel like something that I've been fighting for pretty much all my life to, make people not believe, pretty much.
Right, and then this shit. Yes, no, I know.
And House of Cards is gone. Not that I watched it. But
I never watched it either, interestingly enough.
To people I do watch on YouTube, let's go to Tamira Hamilton. She's going to talk about winter skincare tips. It's all yours.
Oh, well, I wasn't sure if I was just going to present or if we were going to kind of go back and forth with some questions. But I mean, I think the big thing is with winter skincare. First of all, let me back up. Right?
Yeah. Who are you?
About who I am and
that would be good.
Yeah. Even be on here. Okay, so I always assume everybody knows me. Like, I'm with Fefe. Everybody knows Fefe. Everybody knows me. So anyway, my name is Tamira Hamilton. I am a beauty blogger. I've been blogging since 2013. I do want to put this out there. I'm not an esthetician. I am not a dermatologist. I'm a blogger, and I am partnered with a company that has 6 skincare lines. So I've been pretty extensively trained on the skincare lines. I do go to trainings as well as I do my research to make sure that I know what I'm talking about. And I check with multiple different sources, as well as the company that I'm partnered with. There are dermatologists that are also partnered with the company. The product is in dermatologist offices, as well as, medical spas and other medical practitioners' offices that I can go to when I have questions. I have a network of professionals in the skincare, industry from a medical standpoint that I can go to and get questions answered. And I have been trained by some of those folks. But at the end of the day, you still need to go to your dermatologist, your medical professional, and make sure you know what you're getting into. So skincare is something I've always just been very passionate about. Probably since at least 3rd grade. I mean, and as long as I've been an adult, I've always had a plethora of skincare. I'm one of those people, you open up the bathroom, that you go, okay, raise your hand if you go in other people's bathroom and you snoop. I'm sure you do. And if you snoop in mine,
what?
I love you guys. This is so much fun. You go in mine or you come down to my studio, there is skincare and there is makeup and product everywhere. So it only made sense that I become a blogger. And skincare is something that I'm very passionate about, because if your skin is ratchet, guess what else is going to be ratchet? Your makeup is going to be ratchet.
Oh, that explains a lot.
What?
Makeup is only going to be as good as the skin that it sits on. There's a saying, makeup is optional, skincare is essential. And it's funny, in my business, I run across a lot of, and I do work primarily with women, and Fefe is a very valued and loved customer and member of my tribe. So it's not like it's exclusive to, women. But I do work with a lot of women. And one of the things you often hear as soon as they find out what I do, oh, I don't wear makeup. They have on lip gloss, they have on mascara, they have their eyebrows done, but they think they don't wear makeup. And the big thing is I really don't care about if you wear makeup or not. But one thing I have to tell everyone, male and female, you've got to be taking care of your skin. You have to be taking care of your skin from the inside, and you have to also have at least a 3-step skincare regimen. And here's why. There's more toxins and things in the air than ever before. Our food does not have the same nutrition that it had, the same nutritional value that it had 40 years ago. And that goes for, yes, even your clean, whole, and organic foods. They are just not packed with the same amount of nutrients as they were back when our grandmothers were using their cold cream. Okay. So your grandmother's skincare regimen, it's even, and Fefe can attest to this too, black does crack.
You know that cold cream, the recipe for Pond's cold cream has not changed ever. It is the same formula.
I will tell you
that your great grandmother was using.
Exactly.
I use a cold cream that my mother used, and I thought, God, they're gonna stop making this. And every time I go to the store, it's still there.
Yeah. Until recent years, that's what I used to use to remove my makeup, because that's what I always saw in movies.
I don't even remove my makeup.
Because a lot of my clients are like, we didn't learn makeup and skincare at home.
I learned
skincare at home, but I didn't learn makeup at home.
Like theater makeup and stuff. You put the cold cream on and then you just wipe it off.
Yeah, and then wipe it off. And this was before there were a lot of makeup wipes on the market. And so now I use makeup wipe or a micellar cleanser. And so that is my number one tip. You have to have a 3-step regimen. So you've got to cleanse, you've got to tone, and you've got to moisturize. And step 4, actually, moisturizing will either be your step 3 or your step 4. But for a 3-step regimen, it's going to be step 3.
Mm-hmm.
In between step 2 and 3, at least 2 times a week, you want to treat. And that is where you want to be doing more of your serums and you want to exfoliate. Okay. So the second tip that I have is most people skip of the 3-step regimen. They skip step number 2, which is one of the most important. So if you have oily skin, often I can help solve that by using a toner. So let's ask you, Freddy, let's put you on the spot.
So
do you tone, honey? Are you using a toner?
Girl. Me, actually, I do have a toner.
You do? That's awesome. That is awesome.
I will admit, I will absolutely admit that when it comes to skincare, I am not an expert, not by any means. Mm-hmm. I do try to take care of my skin. I wash it, I exfoliate, I take care of it as much as I can. I do not have a sort of strict skincare regimen. Like I don't have anything that has, this step, this step kind of thing.
You do when you take your makeup off.
I do when I take my makeup off. Yes. Like if it's been like when I'm in Austin.
Dolores, are you watching this?
Right. When I'm in Austin next week, I know that I'm going to be taking very good care of my skin because I'm going to be in face almost a week straight. And that's a lot of makeup. That's a lot of clogged pores. That's a lot of bleh. And one of my biggest things, and this sounds awful, and it's one of these things that there's not much I can do about it, but I'm pushing 40, which I went to the chiropractor the other day, and she looks at me and she goes, "How old are you?" I said, "I'm 38." She goes, "Oh, you look pretty good for your age." I didn't realize 38 was old.
Girl, I mean, yeah, exactly.
But like I'd like to not look my age quite yet, and I know that a lot of that is needing to take care of my skin. I don't really know where to fucking start because there's, you go and there's 400 different products and you're like, ugh, I don't even know. Find me something that looks pretty. I don't know. Like I haven't this, you know what I mean? Like when you go and you're faced with these walls of every skincare product you can imagine, you're like, well, what's the difference?
I was a teenager with horrible acne. And until my mom decided that she was going to take me to a dermatologist, and I always called it like star skin because, like the movie stars, they had, like flawless skin. I always wanted star skin. And she would be like, okay, we're going to try this one. And you'd be like, I don't really want to try that. I just want to like find out what's
what works.
I mean, and at the time you could Google, but you know it took like 4 hours because you'd have to watch the Running Man, and and then by the time that's over, you probably grown out of puberty and called it a day. But I learned a lot more about skincare in my adulthood. Because the internet's faster now, but because of
when you're a kid, you don't really think about it. You're like, whatever, I wash my face.
But as soon as I started breaking out, I freaked the fuck out. And then I hated deeply the creams that I got from the dermatologist because I couldn't go outside.
Some of the stuff that you get from dermatologists,
but some of it irritated my stomach.
Yeah, there's what is it? The fuck is it called?
We took over her conversation.
That's okay. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
What is it called? It's a prescription. It's an acne medication.
There's lots of them.
There's one in particular that
it's really I can't think of the name of it, but I know what you're
talking
about.
Why am I losing like?
There was one that I had to. Is it called Accutane or something?
Yes, Accutane.
Where I had to wear a hat because I was a runner.
It makes you sensitive to sunlight. It makes you very photosensitive. It also if you use I think it's Accutane, you have to go in and get tested. Your liver has to get tested like every month because it completely destroys your liver. I'm like,
and it made me sick to my stomach.
Yeah, it's awful. I'm like, I don't know that that's worth it. Like, I think I'll just.
I mean, my skin looked wonderful, but then I felt sick all the time. I was like, this is not it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Your skin is your body's largest organ. I never even had thought of it as like it's an actual.
It might be some people do that.
Like if you like laid your skin out, it would be like 12 feet and waist.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like seriously
12 feet, girl.
Largest organ, and a lot of what you see on your skin is a manifestation of something that's going on internally, and it usually is either hormonal or in the gut. You guys.
Victoria wants to know what a good toner is to use. What would you recommend for a good toner?
A good toner, believe it or not, it goes back to what you were just saying about there's all these products and I don't know which one to use. Not all toners are created equally. There's toners that have anti-aging in them. There's toners in there specifically for acne. So for the company that I'm partnered with, we actually have a free quiz that you can take online. And you answer it. You tell it your age. You tell it your ethnicity. You tell it some lifestyle things like whether you smoke, if you tan a lot, and things like that. And it's going to make a customized regimen for you. If you're looking for something, if I were to just answer that from like a general standpoint, I would say this one right here is my favorite. And this is the Skintelligence pH Balance. pH normalizer. And what it does is the purpose of toner is to bring your skin's pH levels back so that it is actually more acidic. The cleansers make it more alkaline and it needs to become more acidic. Okay. And so the pH normalizer does that.
What does that mean?
If you don't tone, what will happen? Yes, sir.
What is it?
Ma'am.
Both, whatever. So what does that mean from going from alkaline to acidic? For those that don't know about skin chemistry, because that's really important.
So it needs to be more alkaline so that it can protect your internal organs and everything underneath the skin. So it needs to be more acidic to eat up bacteria and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very important because people.
No, that's a good question. That's a good question. And so this one is great because it's good. It's truly good for all skin tones. It's got a lot of things in there that will calm the skin. And I said skin tones, I meant skin types. It's got, it's botanical. So it's got lemongrass in there. It's got some lavender in there. So it will also help to calm the skin, which is why it's also good for sensitive skin. And this is definitely budget friendly. I think it's like $15 for this bottle. And it's a pH normalizer. So you can use it for your hair, especially if you have more like colored, if you've colored your hair and you're concerned about losing hair color to chlorine and things like that. You can use it for this. Some people, because it has the lemongrass in there, when I get headaches in the middle of like the head, I will spritz it there several times.
You're not buying the whole pack.
And that helps. And it also is said to be great for yeast infections as well. So like if you're swimming in the chlorine in the wet swimsuit, you can spritz some of that down in neither regions.
Fun fact, sort of a fun fact, I have never had a yeast infection.
And she needed to know that.
It's just one of those weird things that, like, it's just one of those random things that, like,
I
never.
hope that you don't get one.
Men can get yeast infections, especially.
Yeah, candida is a huge problem for everyone's skin, and it can just come from too much sugar.
I have not had that.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, because then we'll both be sick now.
Yeah, so that's a good toner because it's good. I mean, if I were just to make a blanket recommendation for all skin types, it would be this one.
He's looking it up on Amazon.
I am looking it up on Amazon.
Oh, it won't be on Amazon, boo. Shouldn't be on Amazon because it's only available through distributors. But I can send you information.
Well,
there's a distributor selling it for $115, but that's
the whole set.
Yeah. Yeah, and you always want to get it through an authorized reseller because you don't know how old it is, and
you might want to get it as an authorized reseller.
Yep, Fefe has affiliate links.
I have to find them because
Why you hide shit? You don't tell nobody nothing. You say nothing at all about anything. Never once have you said, "Hey, by the way," not once, never.
I'll send you a friend request, Freddy, and then we'll make sure you get hooked up.
Well, yeah. Before the makeup goes on.
I'm like, well, you really?
Yeah, and this is so hydrating. I actually always spray my face with it before makeup application. Even if I've toned, it's one of the last things I do before I actually go into makeup application.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
So if average Joe or our viewers can't get it off of online, though I refuse to believe that, can't get it online, what is something that you'll find in the drugstore, for lack of a better term, that they can buy right off the shelf?
One thing that you can look for, but you have to find the right grade of it, is witch hazel.
I was actually just about to ask you about witch hazel. Wow,
you just want to make sure it is a certain grade, and I just posted about this in my group, because you don't want it to have a high concentration of alcohol in it. If it has a high concentration of alcohol, what you're going to find is, like Freddy was saying, now you're like just completely dried out. And once you get super dried out, that will age you. You want to look for one that has a very low.
Do you have to look
very
for
low concentration of alcohol? Some of them are as high as 30%. And that's
there's a couple that I've seen in different stores. There's one actually that I used to use that has very, very little alcohol in it. It's like 100% witch hazel with not much else in it. Like it was a witch hazel extract, basically, is what it ended up being.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what you want to look for.
So I think look, Victoria wants, but you don't want the one from the first aid section.
Victoria wants the fucking toner. Why don't you ever say anything, Felicia? And nobody know nothing. We could have been selling this shit the entire time.
So
we will get Fefe's links out there for you guys for sure. We will.
This is what I live with. You know this
better than anybody. I have the hardest time promoting myself. Why?
Okay, it's not a matter of promoting yourself. It's, hey, dude, check out my face. Buy this shit.
And you're helping. But that's why I'm here, and I'm having fun. So you guys, I will come back anytime you want me to, for sure. Another alternative is rose water.
Oh, I love rose water.
Yeah, rose water. And we actually, from what I understand, are going to be having a rose water coming out soon. But yeah, and I haven't done a whole lot of research on rose water yet, but I do know it calms the skin. It's going to help reduce redness and inflammation and things like that.
That's one of my things is I'm not generally a fan of putting a lot of like chemicals and stuff. So the stuff that I can find that's a little more naturalistic, I tend to go for that, because the chemicals in just about any context, whether it's my hair, whether it's anything else, anything with lots of chemicals, it makes me, I don't know, I end up with irritation and stuff. So things that I can find that are a little more on the natural side, I tend to go for. I mean, Botox is natural, right? That's about what I'm gonna get.
Actually, oh, I can't talk about that.
So, my God.
So this entire skincare line is botanical, so that's what's good about it. The Skintelligence is botanical, so you're not going to have a lot of those.
That's good.
Those chemicals. Let's see if I can actually read some of this. Yeah, so it's got calendula, you know, all these. It's botanical.
Calendula is good. I like calendula.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it's good, and the lemongrass, and
yeah, I could have bought some back.
No, not ragweed.
So
I'll post a link on the bottom of the video, and I'll send to you, Victoria.
With winter, you know, not so much. I mean, here sort of, but most other places you deal. I mean, here we're dry, so we still
the humidity drops tremendously here, and I noticed it the first.
Right. We still got. My hands have been dry and shit, but I don't want to look at you. It's gross. Look at that. Oh, you ashy.
No, I'm not ashy. Never that.
But you know, especially with places where it's snow and they're dealing with all that and the cold and just the chapped face. Mm-hmm. What are some good ways to kind of combat that? Whether you're dealing with cold and dry, and you know that your face is going to.
Did she finish the routine? We went 1, 2.
The first thing is to understand the difference between dry skin and dehydrated skin.
Amen.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Because there is a difference. Dry skin is actually a lack of sebum in the skin. So when you look at Fefe and you see ashy, that usually I forget who I'm talking to.
You did not explain that one. You just let that go. I can't save you this time.
Oh my God!
I was gonna ask what is that, but he came along.
I have a in my organ.
So it's a lack of sebum oil in the skin. So actually, olive oil is going to be the most like human sebum. Olive oil is very, very similar to that. And so hydration is actually a lack of water in the skin. Okay. And so remember, your skin is your body's largest organ. And so your organs need what? Lots of water. So I always recommend, and when you take the skincare analysis, chances are it's going to recommend, especially if you're over a certain age, that you get a serum like this. This is also from the Skintelligence line, and it's got sodium hyaluronate in there. And what that is it is a hydrating ingredient. So it's actually natural.
It's all the same.
We got you, boo, but we got you after this. That's in the past.
She knows.
Yeah, we gonna get you hooked up, boo. Okay. And so the sodium hyaluronate, hyaluronic it's a smaller size of hyaluronic acid, which is actually naturally found in your body, usually in joints and that. When your joints start to go, it's usually because you need some more sodium more hyaluronic acid up in there. And so it carries 1,000 times its weight in water. So not only, what that means is it's not only going to hydrate, it's going to do 2 additional things. It's going to help prevent moisture loss, and it's also going to help lock the moisture in the actual skin. And so skin that is more hydrated is going to be more plump, and it won't be flaky. And when you rub your finger,
that's right.
You know, you won't see a bunch of lines. It'll just run really, really smoothly. So that's definitely one of my big recommendations for winter, is to get something with hyaluronic acid or sodium hyaluronate on there.
He's not even laughing at you. He's laughing at
I feel like I need to be on the show when I'm in Phoenix, like physically in the room with y'all. I'm kind of jealous.
Told me that you were gonna be here, but we don't record on the weekend.
I know. We might have to arrange something though.
We could record an extra, but
and put it on the Patreon.
What are the days that you're gonna be here in Phoenix?
I'm coming in on Saturday and leaving on Wednesday, so we probably wouldn't be able to make it work. And plus, it's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is the next day.
We don't have anything scheduled.
Please hold.
We could film something.
I'm sure we could put something together.
Okay, I would love that. That would be fun. That would be a blast.
What time do you come in? That's the 18th is you come in when you come in, right?
Yeah, and on Sunday and Monday I'm doing training.
What time do you come in on the 18th?
But other than that, we can definitely work something out.
What time do you come in
on Tuesday or Wednesday? Yeah.
She wants to do Tuesday or Wednesday.
Oh. Okay. We can figure it out.
Okay, yeah, we'll figure something out. So the other thing for when the temperature drops and the air gets more dry, and again, after a certain age, you've got to exfoliate.
Why does she
that dry skin that's there?
All of our organs home.
What am I missing? What are you talking about?
You keep calling us old.
I'm not talking about y'all. I'm actually talking about me. Who's the grandmother on the panel?
Okay. We were sitting here thinking, God damn.
Who's the grandmother? Me. Okay.
Okay. I was not going to mention that.
Oh, I have no. I'm proud of it. I'm very, very proud of it.
You have the cutest grandson.
You're old enough to have a grandson?
Yes, honey.
That's what that skin is like.
3.
Look at that.
As soon as I get off of this, I'm removing my makeup and going to bed because I have to be rested for him.
So you haven't been using it long then, huh? I'm assuming.
Shut up. Oh my God.
You guys are too funny. This is so much fun.
Oh God,
So no, I wasn't calling y'all old. I'm just saying though, we have to exfoliate. We have to exfoliate.
How do you exfoliate?
Okay, so there's a lot of different exfoliators out there. What you want is something that's going to be gentle and not be abrasive to the skin. So this is my favorite exfoliator. I have 2 that I use. This is my favorite. This is the volcanic mask, and it has volcanic ash in there, and it has bentonite clay. So what it's going to do is 2 things. It's going to detoxify the skin, which is pull those impurities out. Remember I said there's all these toxins in the air more now than ever. Mm-hmm. So it's going to pull those up out of the skin, any impurities. And then once it dries, you just use 2 fingers. And
that's right. What? Use 2 fingers on my organ, on my plump organ.
Yeah, and then circular motions, and what that does is sloughs off the dead skin. But what you want to make sure is that it's gentle.
Gentle.
There are definitely some out there that will be.
You can't be rough on your organ.
You guys.
What do you mean, you guys? You have seen this before. You know how this goes.
Oh, I know. I have no problems. None. Again, I'm coming from a jealousy standpoint because I'm not in the actual physical room with you.
Oh my God.
I feel like kind of left out a little bit.
Oh shit.
The best thing about lashes is that when you cry, the tears like kind of run down the lash. And then you have to like catch it.
Yeah, you have to.
Oh
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. It's not in there.
It's not.
It's.
Oh, I forgot. You left some of your lash glue at my house. I forgot.
That's where it is.
I meant to bring it too, but I put it in the other bathroom so I wouldn't forget.
I was using like an old one. Ugh.
Wow. That worked out really well.
Oh. It's horrible.
You put it in the other bathroom so he wouldn't forget it, and he forgot it.
That happens a lot, actually. You'd be surprised. I'm also the person.
Can't even remember his weekend.
I'm also the person that will like take something and put it somewhere safe where I won't forget it.
Do you forget where it is?
And then I immediately forget where the fuck I put it. I'm like,
oh yeah.
Oh, Christmas.
Oh, yeah. I've been reading a book and found a $20 bill that I hid from myself in there.
Oh, I did that.
Yeah. Or, in a wallet I haven't used in forever.
Right.
Oh, there's money in here.
There's money. Hey.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3. You cleanse. You tone, and you
moisturize.
Oh,
now I will say I use a heavier moisturizer in winter than in summer because my skin is going to be more dry and now more dehydrated in winter than in summer because I sweat like bullets. So moisture is usually not an issue in the summer for me. And even on my body, I will use more like a body oil in the summer. But in the winter, I'm mixing that body oil with some heavy, lotion that hopefully has like shea butter. Because I live in the frozen tundra and it's brutal. So, I will change it up and go heavier in the, just more moisturizing in the winter.
Gotcha. Okay. I'd say that's actually very, very helpful. Everything that you've given us was amazingly helpful. And I appreciate you talking about my 12-foot organ.
And it's useful for no matter where you are, because even here in Arizona, maybe in the beginning of October, I started to get that.
I mean, we're dry anyway. Like we're, it's a dry heat, but when the weather starts changing a little bit, it's a little bit different.
Like you don't notice it, but you feel it.
You feel it. Like my hands have been dry constantly for probably about a month, and I hate it. I'm like, it makes me crazy.
Do you have a suggestion for a hand cream?
Yes. Your hands and your neck are two of the most neglected. Okay.
Say what?
Not you specifically. Stop taking it personally, boo.
No.
Just in general, a lot of women will lather on all the creams and the serums and they completely neglect their neck, and then they all of a sudden have turkey neck or their hands. I'm a firm believer in sunscreen even as a Black woman, but I often don't have it on my hands, and sometimes I look at my hands and I'm like, oh, they look a little older than I want them to. So my favorite is the Lumiere de V hand and body cream. It's thicker and it has shea moisture in it. Like even for like washing dishes in that, I use a dish detergent that has aloe in it. Anything with aloe is going to be good for the skin, because a lot of detergents and cleaners these days have a lot of harsh chemicals in there, and they will just suck the life out of your hands. So you definitely want to use a good hand cream.
That it's important for men to also take care of their skin and their hands and everything else. And
absolutely,
especially if you're gonna wear
not
nice
just this
nails.
sort of men. But
no, it 100% is,
because men are always
the Lumiere de V line, which looks very luxurious. I know several single men who have this sitting on their bathroom counters.
I can't have that on my bathroom counter unless it's like black and silver and says like man on it. That's how I know it's
good. It must have this.
Right, it's gotta have like a something, or like a chest
or something ripping across.
Right, and
then you can paint it, boo. You paint
covered
it
in like tire oil.
You
and
paint it black. You
go
and get some of that Krylon spray paint.
To be manly.
Paint the container.
Like black.
But yeah, no, you're absolutely correct. So the Skintelligence and many of also the Cellular Labs products, really all of them are great for both men and women. And I don't know if you know this, but I also customize foundation. And we've added a lot of great additives to that. And so one of the things we came up with this summer was an aftershave balm, a customized aftershave balm for the men. And surprisingly, because I was kind of gun shy on asking the guys who were in the training when we came up with this formula about what we call, and legally we shouldn't, but it's an anti-aging additive that we can add in that flash freezes the skin. So what do you naturally think of? Liquid Botox. That's what we call it, but we really, we don't, of course, legal.
Do you guys have anything like
but that it flash freezes the skin, and so I was gun shy about asking them, and one of them's like, hey, I want some of that too.
I would absolutely do something like that. Do you guys have like a sort of like a beard oil or something along those lines, something that conditions the skin under facial hair? Because I noticed that a lot of times the skin that I have under my beard gets irritated, and my partner likes the facial hair. Yes. I shave it off every once in a while or whatever, but it gets really irritated under the skin, even though I'm still washing it and doing whatever, or under the beard. So like, what's something that, do you guys have something, or would you recommend something that you can use?
It's actually not a beard oil, but I have a feeling that kind of stuff is going to be coming. This serum concentrate from Lumiere de V is absolutely amazing. It's not an oil. However, have you ever seen those YouTube and Instagram videos where they put the little oil on their face before they do foundation? This does the exact same thing. And guess what it has in it? Hyaluronic acid. So it also, we call it like a tropical drink of water for your skin. It smells like the spa. It's not like a feminine or masculine smell, but it is very hydrating, and it just very refreshing scent, because it literally smells like a spa. And so that's what I would recommend for beard care is this product. Well, we do have a product line that comes in all black called Fix, and they have like a microdermabrasion. So I know, especially for like African-American men, the razor bumps can be and ingrown hairs can be kind of an issue. So exfoliating a couple times a week is always a good thing as well.
Okay.
And then for the beard as well, just think of it as kind of like a tonic, the pH normalizer.
If we could get
we're working on it. We're working on
post that link and stuff, then
whatever. We'll get you your link. I will get that out to you guys right away.
Fine, whatever. Tell nobody. Whatever.
This has been so much fun.
Well, I'm glad that you came and joined us. Absolutely. Like, I think it's great that we were able to have you on. We're actually about 15 minutes over, so.
It wouldn't be the first time. Our first two shows have been about an hour and 45.
Yeah. We don't want to make that a habit, though.
Oh.
No, I understand.
Absolutely.
But we're definitely we'll post links and stuff like that. Send any pertinent information, whatever. We'll get up there. We'll link to your YouTube. We'll do all that fun stuff. Make sure people can find you.
Okay.
Because that's I
will definitely get all that information over.
Tell folks where they can find you on social media, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, I'm on Instagram, Twitter at Tamira Hamilton.com, at Tamira Hamilton, Tamira, last name Hamilton. I always say like money. And my website is tamirahamilton.com. And on Facebook, if you put that / there, like fb.com/Tamira, middle initial S, Hamilton. But if you go to my website, all my social media links are on tamirahamilton.com.
How come I got all these white people when I put in Tamira? Oh, that's why.
Did you use an A?
I didn't. It automatically corrected it.
Oh, yeah. Tamira.
Got it.
Yeah.
I was like, no, these white bitches, that's not you. That's not right. That's not right at all. All right, all better.
So we've had fun, and we'll post the links in the YouTube description later tonight, and we'll post it in the Let's Have a Fefe group, and possibly anywhere else I can think to post it, because I've tagged everybody tonight numerous times. Awesome. I don't have anything else to do.
My business cards.
And I invite everyone. I'm more than happy to do the skincare analysis with you on the phone or Facebook video or Facebook. You know how you can call people on Facebook, so that you can actually talk to someone too. I'm totally free of charge, and let's get to know each other, and let me help you out with your skincare.
She wants to get to know my organ.
Wow.
Oh, I'm funny.
You are, and cute.
Wow.
Oh, she said that.
She was complimenting your organ.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Where are we in the next week or so? The next spotlight.
Spotlight, December 16th. Make sure you guys put it on your calendar. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be our holiday theme show. But it's not your mama's holiday theme show. Like it's
well,
there's a few numbers that
might be like,
all right.
It's just my shit.
Right. There's a few other moms that I would not recommend bringing them. No. Every Thursday, we are at the Cash for Truth or Dare Drag Bingo. It's always
come
a
up
good
with
time.
the most amazing.
It's fun. It's a good time, and it's free, and you win shit. So what the hell?
I do want to encourage those that are willing to take a dare to come more often.
Yes, because truth is boring.
Because,
but you know,
these people that played the truth, I'm like, okay.
And I am heading to Austin for the International Drag Festival next Wednesday. I will be back the following Monday. Like we said at the beginning, Sophia Sinclair is going to take over for me next Wednesday, so Felicia won't be by herself.
And then we have Cat Bingo on November 17th. And that's at, say the name, because I can't say it.
La Gatara Cat Lounge in Tempe.
Some upcoming guests that I'm really excited about. We want to thank Tamira for being here tonight.
Absolutely.
But we're moving on. I'm just kidding.
Right.
You can never move on from me. What you talking about?
Why did everything freeze, Felicia?
Oh, God.
Why did fuck me.
That's fine.
Oh, wait. Oh, there we go.
So upcoming guests, we have Sophia Sinclair. We have Brandon McGill, who was here
last season.
Was it last
season?
And he'll be talking about he's got a lot of stuff that he wants to talk about. We have Valentina Knowles from Club Bolt, who will be here. Savannah Stevens.
Miss Gay Arizona America.
No, she's Western
States. Miss Western States.
Yes.
Gay America.
Sorry, Savannah.
Miss Gay Western States.
I'm so sorry. I should put that in. I'm gonna put it in the description so I remember. We have Matthew Olson, who is the shirtless violinist, who has quite the following because maybe his shirt is off. No, I'm just kidding. Because he can play the violin and play pretty much anything. And the famous, but not so famous, but famous to me. Onesie party is back. Last year I had people on my couch, so I couldn't have the onesie party. Yeah. But now they gone. And if you're watching, I'm so sorry. Be sure to look for our Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/let's-have-a-Fefe, all one word, you can support us. $1 or more helps, and it goes a long way. We want to thank our sponsors. Gabe King Photography. You can visit him at gabekingphotography.com.
You can find him on Facebook.
Everywhere.
Whatever.
Well, not Twitter, because I can't tag him on Twitter. I tried.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to thank Wigs of a Kind for being such a kind sponsor of Let's Have a Fefe.
Love it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And don't forget, if you guys want good quality sex toys, whether you're looking for something that vibrates, something to stick in your butt or whatever, go to tantusinc.com. That's TANTUSINC.com. Everything is medical grade silicone. It can all be sterilized. It's not just body safe, but it's good for you. Like it's good. It's good stuff. And use the code Freddy's Tip to get 15% off your order. That's FREDDYSTIP. You'll get 15% off your order, and it's a good deal. Like I said, I have Tantus toys that I've had for well over a decade because you take care of them and
they treat you right.
Absolutely.
They take care of your organ. Special thanks to Tamira for helping us out today with winter skincare tips. You can find her at TamiraHamilton.com and follow her on social media. Be sure to like this episode, subscribe, and share with all your friends and enemies, including those that are being investigated for Russia. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And thank you for watching.
Thank you guys so much for watching. She'll see you next week. I may, depending on what's happening, I may try to jump on.
Can you? Isn't your show at the same time?
Could be. That's why I'm going to see what happens.
But you could do it from the show.
I could do it from the show. It all depends on where I'm at and what's going on.
Maybe we could watch you.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe you could have somebody walk in.
Ooh.
As you're like.
I could. Ooh.
Exclusive.
Something. Ooh.
Exclusive.
Ooh. So, yeah. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.